Hi, I'm Kenzie, and you're probably wondering what on earth is 3D printing? Well, I'm here to let you know. So, the technical definition of 3D printing is when a machine physically creates a three-dimensional object based on a pre-specified design made on design software. So, essentially, 3D printing just prints out 3D objects. With 3D printing, you can make candy, artificial body parts, and jewelry. Later in the video, I'm going to be talking about how scientists are using 3D printing to help save our coral reefs. First, how does 3D printing work? Since fused filament fabrication is the most commonly used 3D printer, I'll explain how this particular printer works and how you can start 3D printing. First, you're going to need to make a design on a CAD software. CAD stands for Computer Aided Design. You will then upload your finished design into a slicer. A slicer will break up your design into very thin layers. Your computer will then use code to dictate how to create each layer in your 3D printer. Your design is then uploaded to the printer, and the machine will then follow your code to create a printout. All right, now that you guys have the background, I'm going to talk about how 3D printers are being used to save our environment. Right now, our coral reefs are facing three major issues. The first issue is storms. Storms have the ability to cause some pretty powerful waves, so these waves can break coral and move sand, which end up hurting coral colonies. The second issue is due to rising CO2 amounts in the ocean acidification has started to take a toll on coral. Ocean acidification is the reduction of the ocean's pH level due to rising CO2 amounts. And ocean acidification has the ability to slow coral growth. The third issue is coral bleaching. Coral bleaching is when coral will turn white due to the loss of the algae that lives in their tissue that gives it their color. Although coral isn't necessarily dead when it undergoes coral bleaching caused the US to lose half of its coral reefs. And all of these issues have been worsened due to climate change. To combat these issues, scientists have made 3D models of coral colonies. Most scientists use photogrammetry, which is the science of making 3D reconstructions from photography. Meaning these scientists will go underwater, take pictures of the coral, and then use those pictures to make 3D replicas of the coral in the lab. In 2017, scientists at the University of Sydney created coral that would provide special fish with habitats. And these special fish are the same fish that eat the algae that kill coral. More recently, in 2020, scientists at the University of Cambridge attempted the same feat. Their 3D coral was printed from a mixture of cellulose and gels, which make their coral a lot more plant-like. In 2022, we see researchers at a university in Israel actually implementing their 3D coral in the Gulf of Eilat. And they're hopeful that their research will demonstrate the benefits of 3D printing coral. Scientists all around the world are hopeful that 3D printing will help the coral reefs recover from the damages due to climate change.